Because of this shortage, global famine is on the way. Stack it to the rafters. Hey everybody, it's Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. In the prepping community, we talk about a lot of things. There's a lot to prepping. There's acquiring stuff. There's acquiring skills. There is building tribe. A lot of important things. One of the biggest things, though, that's going to be impacting us soon is something I'm going to talk about in this video. But first, before I get into that, if you could please subscribe, hit that thumbs up, share the videos, comment below, and if you feel like it, check us out on Patreon. It's $1 a month, links in the description below. Hundreds and hundreds of good videos there, $1 a month. I mean, come join Team AP there. Another thing I want to talk about is super thanks. A little heart with a thanks in it. If you feel like helping out the channel at all, please feel free. There is a lot going on in the world around us. I see it every day. I do almost all the shopping for my family. And man, I'll tell you what, prices, crazy. And it's not going to get any better. First comes increased prices. Then comes shortages. Then comes famine. This big shortage that I'm talking about, that's going to lead to all these problems, is a very important one, because a lot of people are not aware of where their food actually comes from. I've even heard that some people think that meat is made in the grocery store. They don't realize where it comes from. They don't realize what it takes to get it from point A to point B to point C to the grocery store so that you can go purchase it. All these steps in that chain rely, almost all those steps rely on one big thing. And that's the shortage I'm talking about. You guys have heard about it. You've heard about the 25 days left, right? Diesel shortage. Big time. It's not just, don't just think about it, say, I've heard some people say, oh, I don't own a diesel vehicle, I don't care. Well, you do care, because some trains run off of diesel. The trucks bringing the food down the highways are almost all diesel, as well as all the farm equipment that it takes to run farms and ranches and all this kind of stuff. All run off of diesel. So if we have a diesel shortage, it's not just people with diesel trucks or diesel cars or whatever. It is a lot of things that are affected by this. So before I go any further, I want to show you something I'm doing, and then we'll come back to the video. Since we're always talking about stockpiling food, I just wanted to show you this. This is the back of my long bed F350 that is full all the way up almost of food storage. This is all food storage. So why is it in the back of my truck? Are we bugging out? No. We're taking this to an alternate location because of room. I don't know if you guys run into this problem, but we do. So we have alternate locations to take our food storage to and to store it. So this load is going to an alternate location, because don't put all your eggs in one basket. And it's just a very important thing, stacking it to the rafters. But when you get it stuck to the rafters, you got to have alternate locations. So all this stuff, almost an entire truckload of stuff, and this isn't even scratching the surface of the stuff we got to move out of here also. So yeah, stockpile food, find alternate locations to keep it. Don't keep all your eggs in one basket. All right, we're back. So you just saw that how food storage is important, but also how not keeping all your eggs in one basket is important. You can't just keep all your food storage in one location, because if that location is compromised for any reason, whether it be a storm, a fire, somebody comes and takes it from you, you have to bug out, whatever. There's a lot of different situations you could run into. If you have all your food storage at your house, at your primary residence, you may not have it. Thus, not keeping all your eggs in one basket. Having alternate locations for your food storage, like friends' houses, tribe members' houses, buried out in the woods, caches en route to your bug out locations, buried and or cached somehow at your bug out location, storage units, outbuildings, your neighbor's barn, whatever it may be. Have food storage and preps in other locations. Not just food, everything else also. This is going to be important when we're talking about how we organize things. But this coming diesel shortage, and I get it, okay, what about this diesel shortage? Okay, 25 days. Does that mean in 25 days, whenever they said that it's going to be, diesel's just going to be gone right around Thanksgiving-ish? No, that doesn't mean it's just going to be gone. There's more being produced and stuff like that. It was just whenever they talked about that, I think it was Tucker Carlson on Fox News. That was at that time we had 25 days of diesel on hand. There will be more coming in. So it's not like in 25 days it's over. Okay? So, but the fact is that we are getting down to the point where it is of short supply. We are in shorter supply in diesel in the United States, from what I've heard, since 2008. During number 45's presidency, we were, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but we were at the highest ever because of the things he did. Now, I'm not saying he's the, savior of us all. I don't believe that whatsoever. But there were some good things done. But anyway, that's not what this video is about at all. If we run out of diesel, there's no food, there's no supplies, there are widespread shortages, which leads to what? We know, SHTF, stuff hitting the fan. That can mean many different things for many different people, though. But think about the chaos in the United States if all these spoiled, rotten little, I'm not going to say it, don't have access to all the stuff that we've been blessed with. But we're spoiled. Think about all those spoiled people that are just so blessed that they're so spoiled, they're so used to having everything right there at their fingertips. Think about what's going to happen when they don't. The chaos that will ensue. Not even talking about the election stuff and all that chaos and the world war stuff going on. I mean, come on. I can't believe that there are people out there that aren't into preparedness. Actually, I guess I can. Because they walk around like zombies. You see them like this everywhere they go. And they're just oblivious to everything. They watch CNN. They watch NBC, ABC, CBS, all the, the fake news. And it just tells them what the agenda wants them to hear. So they're not aware of a lot of stuff. So it's not necessarily their fault, even though, come on, after the events of the last couple of years, what's going on in the world around us, I can't believe that there's people out there that are not preppers. I mean, it blows my mind, seriously. But anyway, yes, this diesel shortage is real. There's all the other things also we talked about, fertilizer shortages, severe weather, droughts, just so much stuff going on right now that is, if you take each individual piece, it's like, okay, that's not necessarily a big deal, but it is. And we talk about citrus crops around the world, potato crops around the world, rice not being exported, wheat not being exported, CNG not being exported, which is natural gas, or LNG, liquefied natural gas. Literally, it's crazy. And everywhere I go, I see businesses, they all want help, they're all help wanted signs. They're short-handed everywhere. Nobody wants to work, it seems like. I mean, all this stuff's going to snowball. So please, stack it to the rafters. You saw an entire truck, well, almost an entire truckload. I may, before we make the run to the alternate location, I may actually fill the rest of the truck up. I can very easily and not even make a dent in what I have my food storage here on location. So I do need to spread it out more. And I need to also identify another location or two so that I can spread out even more. Because, and what I really like about tribes, storing at tribes locations, is because maybe they're not as prepared, food storage wise as I am. Maybe their emphasis is on something else. So that I can store some of my food storage there that is for me and my family also if we show up there, but it's also for their family. It's for whoever's there. I look at food storage whenever I do that, whenever I stash it in an altar location, I think of that as like going out to dinner and spending that money. You eat the food and it's gone. That's just money spent. Kind of like the way I used to invest in the stock market. I don't anymore, but I would always take that, okay, this money, boom, that money's just gone. I'm not worried about that. If it does well, great. If it goes away, it's spent. That's the way I treated my investments. Same thing with my alternate locations for food storage. Think of that as it's already gone. So that if it's there, great. If it's not, okay. But store in alternate locations. If you're to the point where you still have lots of room in your primary location for food storage, still spread it out a little bit. Put some somewhere else so that you can have access to it. These shortages are coming. The shortages are real. Famine is coming. Dark winter's coming. A lot of bad times are coming. But prepping is living insurance. That's why we do it. We don't procrastinate. We make prepping a priority. So I advocate, or I ask you guys to please up your game. Start stockpiling food. I added those black containers, the yellow lids you saw on the truck. We added to our food storage just today another 4 of those, plus 4 more boxes, cardboard boxes about, yay big. So that's 8 containers of food to our food storage. That is approximately, that's probably another 6 months worth of food for me and my family, not for me and my tribe, but it's at least a couple months of stuff we added just today. So this is important. Get out, do the things. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and blessings to you and yours.